Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, bro, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is the Aki Mahaloya coming back with another quick lesson. Lord's will to be edified. Title is Satan tempts you at your weakest point. All right. Satan tempts you at your weakest point. This is when he attacks, okay, for wherever brothers may be going through, whether it be mental infirmities, physical infirmities, all right, troubles with staying focused, troubles in the flesh, troubles with your women, with your children, with your money, your living situations, anything that can so-called hinder your productivity in this walk. Satan will tempt you, man, okay? And this is the reason why prayer and fasting is very important, because when you fast and you pray, you are getting closer to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. The Spirit is dealing with you. Okay, like when the disciples said, well, why could we not cast this out? And Yahweh Shai said, because this only comes through prayer and fasting. So certain demons that you exercise to get a peace of mind only come with fasting and praying. Okay, because once again, when you fast, you are afflicting your body. You are pretty much depriving your flesh of what it wants and what it needs. Okay, well, really what it wants, because if you really be technically honest, you can go without food for a month. Okay, now you're going to need water, of course, because the body cannot survive without water. But you can literally survive without consuming a single dish, but just drinking water. You can survive off water. Some people go on 30-day water fasts. It's possible. Okay, some people can go on week-long fast. Some people can go a whole week without eating or drinking. It's a build-up process. But nonetheless, Satan tempts you when you're at your weak point. Okay, like right now, man. All hell is getting ready to break loose in this society. So it's kind of like Apostle Gabar. He always mentioned Hegelian dialectus, pressure from above, pressure from beneath. But you have a spiritual aspect of that too. Okay, because as we're coming into this to the kingdom. In the end of this man's kingdom, we're going to have a lot of pressure from above, a lot of pressure from beneath. So these demons are going to try to hop on you. They're going to try to make you sick. They're going to try to pretty much, what's the word I'm looking for? They're going to try to basically weaken your faith. They're going to make you think that Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai is not dealing with you, because you may call upon him and nothing happens at the particular moment. These things, this is what Satan does. He plays on the emotions in the weaknesses of our mind, man, because it's an entryway for him to get in. Like when you doubt certain things, that's when he comes in and he takes advantage of it, man. Like what the Lord told Peter, he said, hey, he called him Simon. He said, look, Satan desired to sift you as wheat. He said he desired to sift you as wheat because he know through the Spirit Peter had a heavy lot as to reestablishing the church after the Messiah went back to the spirit world. Okay, so I got a precept here. This is the book of Matthew 4:1. It says, then was Yahweh Shai led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. Okay, and you go into this word tempted. It goes into the Greek word, and we're going to get the understanding of it. Parazo. Okay, but let's see how the blue letter enunciates it.
Strong's G 3985. Pyrazo.
Yep.
Pyrazo.
Okay, and it goes here to try to whether a thing can be done, to attempt, to endeavor, to try and make trial of tests for the purpose of ascertaining his quality or what he thinks or how he would behave himself. It's a test, okay, to see how you're going to fare in a time of trial, because that ultimate test is going to be the taking of the MOTB, because things are going to get very grim and dark out here. People are going to be getting sick left and right. They're going to be dropping dead. And the only so-called savior that Esau is going to present is that M-A-R-K, the C-H-I-P. That's going to be the whole thing that's going to so-called save humanity out of this crisis. But in fact, that's the ultimate test from Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay? And it says here, in bad sense, to test once maliciously, okay? Craftily, to put in the proof of his feelings or judgments, to try to test one's faith, virtue, character, or enticement to sin, okay? Satan may bring certain, weaknesses before you, like a brother's got weaknesses for finances. Satan may allow you to hit the lottery for $1 million, and the Lord just gonna see, hey, what you gonna do with it. Same thing in brothers that got that woman demon on them, that can't abstain from women. The Lord will put a bad chick before you, or Satan to put a bad chick before you, because the scriptures say that no one is tempted of the Lord, although he gives the trial. Okay, you fall into your temptations through your lust, but hey, he may put a bad chick in front of you. They got a man, and she may be playing games, and it's up to you what you're gonna do with it. Because in your mindset, you hoping that she don't have a man, which that's your flesh, which we're men. We're hoping that because as we want it. But overall, it's like, if she's like, well, yeah, X, Y, and Z, this and this and this and this and this and this and that, and then you try to make a excuse in your mind to justify that is okay. Nah, bro, it's either yeah or nay. Either you got one or you don't. And if it don't sound right, then it ain't right. Okay? And that's when you got to overcome. And when you get enticed by those spirits, that's when you got to pray, man. You got to pray and you got to fast. You got to anoint yourselves, man. You got to throw yourself at the mercy seat of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Because I'm going to tell you, brother, straightforward, man. Fasting is one of those things that we're getting ready to have to do pretty often. You know what I'm saying? It's no guarantee. I just recommend brothers to try to get in the habit of doing it a few times a month, twice a month. I will say once a week, but that ain't on every brother's spirit. Fasting, you got to really be in the spirit to just do it. And sometimes you just got to do it, man, and test your limits. Okay, but a few times a month, maybe once a month, twice a month, even if it's intermittent, even if it's water fast, it's something to just try to afflict your spirit. Because the scriptures say, to much given is much required. Okay, it says here, to solicit, to sin, to tempt of the temptations of the devil. Okay, of the Most High, to inflict evils upon one in order to prove his character and the steadfastness of his faith. Hence Job. Okay, Job was the ultimate test, or being put in a tumultuous situation of being tempted. Because Job, he could have went out on the left way. He could have sold out and gave over, like, you know what, man, the hell with this is too much. His woman did, and the Lord took her out. But Job, he chose to go out on his shield. Like, look, man, we've received good of the Most High, we will not receive evil. Because temptation is only for a moment, brothers, and you realize when you're catching all types of hell, but then all of a sudden you realize the good come out of nowhere, just like things start to go up for you. It just comes out of nowhere, because the Lord knows when to pull you out of the fire, man. He knows. Just to put you back in the fire for a stronger test so you can overcome. He knows what we can deal with. It says, men are said to tempt the Most High by exhibitions of distrust, as though they wish to try whether he is not justly distrusted, or impious or wicked conduct, to test the Most High's justice and patience, and to challenge him, as it were, to give proof of his perfections. Like David, he was after the Most High's own heart. The Lord said, test me, try my mind, and see if I'm not going to exceed. So look up maliciously. Malicious means to, in manner of characterized by malice or ill will, with intent to do harm. Okay, so this is what Satan was doing to Yahweh Shai. It was a test from the Heavenly Father to send Satan, but nonetheless, it was meant to throw him down. It says, and when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterwards and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of the Most High, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, men shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. Okay, so Yahweh Shai used the scriptures to combat him. It says, then the devil taking him up upon the holy city, and set him on the pinnacle of the temple, and said unto him, if thou be the Son of the Most High, cast thyself down. For it is written, he should give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they should bear thee up, lest any time thou should dash thy foot against a stone. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, it is written again that thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power. So Satan was trying to get him to take himself out, trying to bring him false hope. Okay, and then the devil taking him up into an exceedingly high mountain and showing him all the kingdoms of the world. So he showed him every kingdom, from the Romans, okay, to when we came back into power, and then all of a sudden the American Empire. Because remember, this was during the time of the Romans, so the Greeks had already fallen, the Persians and Medes have already fallen. So it says, show him the kingdoms of the world. He had to see this place in his glory at a point in time, because at that point forward, okay, we ruled in the Byzantine Empire, okay, or the Holy Roman Empire, and then we fell, and then Esau built up the Renaissance, which is this modern day Roman Empire. Okay, And it says here, the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said it to him, all these things would I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me. And Yahushua said it to him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written that thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and only him shalt thou serve. So you notice the devil tempted him 3 times. Okay, 3 times. It's something about the 3 times, man, in the scriptures. I have to look up what the what it means for 3 again in the scriptures, but I think it means wisdom, if I'm not mistaken. Slacky, if I'm off, but I have to look it up again. Or I think 1 is foundation, but I can't remember. But anyway, it says, then the devil leaveth him, and behold, the angels came and ministered unto him. Right, so that's the point. He passed that test, okay? And we all have to pass that test, because I did a word search here on temptations, man. In 1 Corinthians 10:13, it says, there have no temptation taking you such as is common to men, but Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above what you're able. Okay, so that's the point. If the Lord wanted to take us out, he just would have did it. Okay, but if the Spirit is still on you during your trials and tribulations, obviously it got to be a test. Okay, I don't see the Lord putting brothers through a long, drawn out test and they're fervently diligent in the Spirit just to kill them. No, it's to build them up. Okay, it says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it. So the Lord, you know, he endures it. He makes ways for you to endure it, man. You know, he lightens the load, so to speak. You know, Matthew 26:41, it says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is hella weak. Right, because like I said, afflictions and bodies, that'll make any man say, hell, what the hell with this? I want to give up, you know. Because for the simple fact, man, when you suffering in a body, that just drags everything. That disrupts your whole life, man. That disrupts you getting your daily bread. That disrupts you being in an upbeat spirit, standing out at camp. It's a lot of things that can go wrong when you're being highly afflicted in a body. And the ministry needs your service, you know. James 1:14, matter of fact, 1:12, it says, blessed is the man that endure temptation. For when he is tried, he should receive a crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Right. But every man that is tempted, when he is drawn away of his own lust, and is enticed, then when lust is conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin is, when finished, bringeth forth death. So if you give into these temptations, that's an automatic death sentence, man. Okay, that's an automatic death sentence. Why? Because you gave into you failed the test. Okay, like Matthew 6:13. This is part of the Lord's Prayer. It says, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Okay, so that's the point I want to make. And actually, I'm going to go into the Lord's Prayer. I have it pulled up, and I can recite it in the Hebrew and also read it in the English. And those of you that may not be familiar with it, you can take a screenshot, pause the video, and you can learn it that way. All right, but also I want to go into the book of Job real quick. Job 2. And I'm going to start at verses 3. It says, and the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none in the earth like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feared the Most High and escheweth evil. Escheweth means to despise or to put away. It says, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. Right, Job ain't do shit. He served the Lord, and he still caught it. He still caught the hands. You know, and Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man have, he would give for his life. Right, because in his mindset, Satan was like, well, look, man, you take this man for everything he got, he gonna despise you, and he gonna say the hell with you. Because, you know, scriptures say that a man's life is but a vapor. You know, it's vanity. Everything you got, from your vehicles to your cars, your clothes, your women, your children, your PlayStation 5, all this shit is vanity at the end of the day, man. But people put their faith in idols like that, objects that can't save. The PS5 ain't getting on no chariot, man. All right, when we get in the kingdom, we are gonna be the PS 144,000. Our video games are gonna be straight up real, like the Hunger Games, like the Belco. We gonna have real games, man. You know, we ain't gonna have some damn metaverse. We are gonna be the infinite verse, man. We are gonna be that. Okay, we are gonna put these heathens through simulations and so forth. We're going to have holograms, man. We're going to play the real deal. Talk about some Call of Duty. Yeah, it's a fun game, but nonetheless, we're going to have the real deal. So, no. That's why Satan said it here. He said, skin for skin, yeah, all that a man have, he would give his life. Blase, blase, right? But put forth now thy hand and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to his face. Okay, bone and flesh going into your family members, man. All right, and your physical being. And the Lord said it to Satan, behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. So when Satan would show you, Satan had the power to spare you, to not kill you, okay, because the Most High give him charge. So when Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sword and boils in the soles from his foot into his own crown, that was from his feet to his head. He was suffering an insufferable plague, bro. This was a disease he had that any man wouldn't have been able to withstand. He would have died from. It says, and took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. And when then his wife said it to him, dost thou still retain thy integrity? She saw the man suffering. She's like, Joe, what the hell are you doing? Do you not see that you serving this God is not helping you? You claim to believe in this Yahweh power, character, and you getting fucked up by the devil. I thought God was with you, nigga. And that's what our women say to us, man. When your woman see you catching hell, she lose faith in you, man. Okay, now some women, they see when you catching hell, your endurance, the fact you still pushing and serving. That's a very noble thing in her eyes, said, but see, she's not spiritual. Her carnality is going to kick in and say, well, damn, I see you have the ambition to keep trying, but it just ain't working, babe. Like, you got to figure out a different way. And that's what they would say. And after a while, when you still serving a pointless walk in their mindset, she's just going to be like, you know what, I can't deal with this. We losing money. We ain't going on vacations no more. We ain't having sex. You ain't handsome no more. Your car breaking down. Your car caught on fire. You lost your job. Your money ain't coming in. You're getting ready to get evicted. You know what I'm saying? You're getting sued. And our mindset, she like, man, Lord ain't with this guy, man. It was a joke. It's going to make her lose faith. But he said it to her. She said, curse the Most High and die. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women. What? Should we receive good at the hands of the Most High? Should we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips, man. Okay, so that's the point. You know, being brought low. And we all going to be brought low in life, man. All right, but this is the Lord's Prayer, okay? And it reads, it says, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwathka, Thabar, Tazaka, Haya, Aisha, Barataza, Kaya, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathan Lanawa, Lachayim, Chayawam, Wasalak Nawa, Chabawath Nanawa, Kasalak Nawa, Chabawath Yanawa, Wa Allah, Dawa Yanawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Ra'ai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalagwath, Wa Allah, Wahaparath, Layawayam, Aman, okay, which is translated as our Father which are in heaven, holy be your name, most high your kingdom come, your will be done in earth as it be in heaven. Give us bread all day, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For to you the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Okay. So that's the prayer. So with that, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and a ball. Hey, brother, stay strong. We got a crown of righteousness stored up for us, man. To those that endure. And with that, Shalom.